Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the world of PVZ2 and Facebook and TikTok. Alright, here we go. Level 11. Time to get the coconut cannon. Okay, so they got the same team. So pretty soon they introduce like the pirate captain zombie, and that guy is nuts because he's super slow, but he has a little parrot friend who absolutely wrecks your face. I think we'll still go with these because they're new-ish. Last time we did delve into the world of pea shooters and such, and they're just a lot less efficient. Let's go with some more potato mines for the early game shenaniganry. Ready, set, plan, baby! It is good to have something cheap to take out the early zombies so you can build up your Sun Armada that much faster. Yeah, you know how it is. Most of the people watching this already know how the game works. You know what? Let's try this. It's probably not smart, but let's try it anyway, because it's cute. And the first zombies are slow, so this guy should get at least 2 zombies, which makes him... Oh, he makes the squish sound. See ya. Now he goes to sleep because he's so cute. If he gets at least 2 zombies, then he's as good as a potato mine. Yeah. Alright, 2 flags again. Same design philosophy, I guess. We'll just do that there. So I guess what we'll do is we'll put spring beans in front. Okay, cool. So as long as there is any water next to the land that you've put your spring bean on, then that's great. He will be able to knock a zombie right into the water. I think if you put him in an area in the middle of 2, in the center of 3 rows where it's only land and no water is near him within those 3 rows, I think at that point... Oh, here you go, sir. I think at that point he can't knock somebody into the water and he's just kind of useless. Alright, so we're going with more spring beans, more of the day, not all spring beans all day. Holy crap. Yeah, things are starting to get a little bit serious. Let's see if we can save that spring bean. He can get 3 zombies. Additional, more zombies. More spring beans for the zombies. If we can save them, then that's great news. Great news indeed. Oh, they're rolling out the cannons. The guns of largeness. First one is a swing and a miss. What else you got? Nice! The spring bean. Unless he actually kills the zombie, he doesn't go into sleep mode, so that's good. Sleep mode. He sounds like a... This spring bean is a computer program. This is actually working out great. Better than I thought. Alright, get the mascot in. Boing! Now, if the follow-up comes right now, though, those are some dead spring beans. Alright, now we're going to use a plant food there, secure our springness. There's the barrel. Well, we pop it. I don't think it's necessarily worth using. Wow, these, even the first 2 spring beans are still alive. That is some serious spring bean value. I gotta start putting the plants that I bring in the same slot every time, so that I can always know for a quick... It'll be faster for me to go and grab where the walnut is if the walnut is in the same spot every single time, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Yes, because it is not so tricky with the tricks. No, it is not tricks. Holy crap, this is going fine. is going great. These spring beans... Oh, can they hit? Can the spring beans... Oh, yeah, that's right. They duck under the bird. And we're at the final wave already. So the spring beans are smart enough to get wrecked. The spring beans are smart enough to... Oh no, save the spring beans! You freaking imps! Suck it! New spring bean. Take that boy out. Spring beans are smart enough to duck under the flying bird guys completely. So that's just an added effect that they have. I don't know if it works on any other zombie in the game. There are other flying zombies in the game. Get out of here! Launched. The butter works very well on cannons, by the way. Like, the butter works very well on everything. As you saw, even gargantuars, the butter is amazing. And boom, the cannons are toast. House with 1500 sun and a perfect garden. Look at that garden. And our mascot, little Tato in the bottom left. Yeah, wow. The first 2 spring beans we planted lived through the entire mission. That is nuts. Nuts and bolts. Now we got Coconut Cannon. We'll show him off. We completed a quest that we didn't even know that we were on. That's great. That's great news. Look at all this stuff going according to plan. Tap on the cannon to fire an explosive coconut. Who wouldn't want to fire an explosive coconut? I can't speak. Explosive coconut or exploding coconut. Alright, we'll try to go to the next level. And we'll go instead to Tik Tok. Tik Tok is taking over. It's like 8 for 8 now or something. Get. It's so strange. Get. Like, advertising to the lowest common denominator is so strange. Like, everything is an app now instead of a program. And you don't even click to download or install. You now click get. Like, how stupid do they think the target audience is? And is it really helpful if we all, like, if there is a certain level of audience that doesn't understand download? Like, do we need to cater to that level? Is that helping? Is that helping the world as a whole grow society? Or is it? It doesn't seem like it's good to do that. I mean, anyway. Get. All right, coconut cannon, get. I love the smell of coconut cannons in the morning. It smells like, well, coconuts. Coconuts do smell good, sir. Tap on the coconut cannon to make it fire. Kaboom. Great, now blow up as many zombies as you can. All right, yeah, this is a funky level where you try to get combo attacks by hitting center mass in the zombies as they come around the corner. They'll be coming around the corner as they come. So you want to try and get all the Zombarias before they have a chance to leave the building like Elvis. So yeah, that's the goal. I think this is like a sort of a mini game level, and there are maybe a couple of these. I don't remember 100%. But you get bigger points for when there's more zombies mashed up in the masherator. Oh, you blocked for your friends. So the more zombies you hit with a single blast, the more of a bonus you get. Not bad. You're not bad. Oh, look at this guy just blocking for his friends. There we go. Sort of. You guys are flying in a weird... Oh, that was awful. There we go. Nope. Not sure the best... Uh-oh. Huge wave of zombies is approaching. My coconuts are all asleep. Final wave. Boom. 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 So we're not doing very well here. I think I have lost the point of how you're supposed to be doing this. And then eventually they fly off the screen, so that isn't great. Yeah, I'm definitely not the king of this. Hello, everybody. Alright, we got 15-8. What were we supposed to get? Hello? What's going on here? Nothing's happening. Oh, okay. Didn't we need to get a minimum score? Well, we unlocked this shovel anyway. Get an additional 25% of sun cost back when shoveling up plants. Okay, so that is good. So now when we dig up our... Reach the target score. I don't remember what the target was. Maybe it was 14k? I didn't think we were doing that well, but... We got it. Oh, hello.
User Dave, I have detected a new rift has opened. We are now able to access an arena.
Arena? That sounds like an arena of gardening warfare!
Arena will allow us to demonstrate our planting prowess for prestige and prizes.
Nice alliteration. That's a lot of peas! That's how I know it's good. Alright, we've unlocked Arena! We may or may not mess with Arena later, but definitely not now. Alright. So we're going to go back to adventure. No, we're not. We're going to see this TikTok ad and this freaking cat yet again. See you guys in a minute! Alright. So now we get some sun back when we dig up a plant, which is very good for your strategy because sometimes you would want to dig up the plants in order to plant something more efficient there. Not only would you do that this time, but you can get a sun discount when you do it. You get a little bit of sun back for the 25% of the original cost of the plant. So that's good, good, good. Can make it just oh so more efficient to rearrange your garden in late game areas after you've got as much sun as you need. Produce at least Produce at least 2,000 soon. Here we go. Let's do it. Night's trip to the pirate seas. Oh, there he is. There's the pirate captain. His freaking damnable parrot. That mother... Alright, so we need to get 6,000 sun. These levels can get pretty challenging because not only do you have to survive, but you have to create a nice surplus of sun for your little self and your little plant army. I guess we'll go with this. Oh, we don't have a... No, we can still use Spring Bean for the early plant defense. Let's rock. We can go back to using Tato in a little bit. So 2,000 sun. I was thinking 6,000. I think that's pretty sure they do that in later levels. It gets crazy like 6,000. Probably isn't 10,000 ones late in the game. Who knows? I don't. But I'm pretty sure I've seen ones that are as high as 6,000. Here you go, sir. Have that. Now that should be able to take out at least 2 zombies, in which case it's paid for itself. Oh, so it counts the total sun production? You don't need a surplus of 2,000, you just need to make 2,000 total. But the ones that fall from the sky do not count. Oh, and you don't have to pick it up, or do you? I don't know. So picking up stuff from the sky doesn't mean jack. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so you don't have to pick it up. You just have to produce it. That makes it easier than what I was thinking. Well, isn't that nice and lovely? Alright, we've got our sun production up. There's 2 flags, so these 4 sunflowers alone should be enough to handle that. So let's get some more of you guys. Do we try this? I think so. We're gonna try a lower walnut environment. Oh, there's the freaking pirate captain guy. This little cheesemonger. His bird, his parrot will come out and try to target a plant. And if it gets that plant, it takes it and flies it right off the screen. Oh, but spring beans are immune to it. The spring bean duck makes it go right back to his hat. I did not know that. Maybe they added that later, or I never knew that. But normally, the parrot seeks its target, grabs it, and if the parrot isn't destroyed before a set amount of time, then it will fly that plant off of the screen immediately. Any plant, even walnuts, just one hit, the parrot sits there for a little bit, and if it's not dead, your plant is dead. Alright, so we're getting up to 2k sun. That should be no problem to reach. And we've got our lovely little... we'll put you there first. We don't have a mascot. Well, we'll use you as a mascot, even though you're also our main line of defense here. Whoa! Can't see what's going on. There was so much devastation. We're well on our way to 2K, and what did the zombies say? They are going to die today. I don't think they will be able to stay. Man, I am not... I must be using something different than I did before, because I'm much more used to having my spring beans just die. Like they would get a zombie or two, and then see you later, sayonara. But now they're lasting the whole board. Like these first 2 spring beans that I planted, totally fine, and they've taken out several zombies. And now, all these spike weeds, the zombies aren't even reaching the spring beans. Alright, are you going to go after a spring bean in return? That's so weird. Like, the spring beans are also defeating the pirate captain, who can be a major headache. Just stealing plants for free. Oh yeah, time for plant food on a spring bean. Are you with me? We got the 2K sun, and now it's just time for spring bean devastation. See ya! Everybody dive into the pool. Do it again, baby. Do it again. Does it wake you up too? Yep, it wakes them up too. So if they're sleeping, this plant food wakes them up. And it does the big bounce into the waters, which is what we were using it for. Alright, and with 1300 sun, and the zombies' lives are done. Holy crap. Holy crap. Spring Bean is so much better than what I was remembering. I thought it was good for the swinging in guys, because they could only come in every once in a while. But no. Here it's doing just huge work. We didn't even need walnuts. The Spring Bean was able to tank everything in the front. It was amazing. I guess they're not getting overrun because we have so much spikeweed defeating the zombies before they get to the spring bean. Because I would just think that once you have 5, I guess the cone heads don't make it anymore. That's so crazy. So you would need 5 bucket heads or gargantuar. I don't know. I still think the spring beans eventually will get overrun, but Tik Tok just wants me to download it all day. Okay, well, we're getting very efficient at closing Tik Tok. A skill you didn't know you wanted. You don't need it. It doesn't matter. Oh, we're getting 3-peater. I do like 3-peater more than repeater generally, because I do like spreading that damage. The space efficiency is even more so. The cost efficiency is a little bit worse than 3-peater, or than repeater, but not much. But I do like spreading it over multiple rows as opposed to just doubling up in one row. But who knows? That's PVZ1. For PVZ2, repeater could be all kinds of good and 3-peater could be totally garbage. I do not know, but we can find out together. Or you already know and you'll let me know. Or you already know and you won't let me know. Those are, I think we pretty much covered it. All right.
It's low tide and the waves are coming in.
Grab your water wigs. We're going to get wet. Okay. Plan your defense. Oh, is this a last stand level? Yeah, okay. So it's just plan your defense and defeat the zombies. They're not calling them last stand levels, though. Like, he introduced it as last stand and said there would be many more last stands, or lasts, to go. But maybe they were called that on some... Previously on the world map, if you clicked them, it said last stand or something like that. But yeah, now it just... It's not called that. There's no title that says that anymore. So it seems a little bit weird, but it doesn't matter. So we cannot bring sun. We plan the defense before and hit the start button when we're ready. I definitely don't want to use coconut cannons for this. We'll bring those back. Oh, I could have had them in the previous level. Should have tried them out there, I guess. Because so far we've only had them in the weird minigame level. Anyway, let's get started. Are we going for the tried and true? Plus Spring Bean? Maybe we will bring Coconut Cannon. We'll see how much it actually lets us do. And yeah, the rest of these guys aren't looking too useful, so let's go like this. Okay, so we want to see if we can have the spring beans live. I don't think that we will be able to, but maybe we can protect them with coconut cannons. Yeah, because this becomes very expensive to have a defense with spikeweed. To put it on every single tile. So do we go with coconut cannons or just the tried and true butter? We'll put in some butter and some more spikeweeds and try and see how much money we have left. Yeah, because coconut cannons now, we can plant 3 of them. But then again, the spikeweeds are going to get eaten up by those freaking barrel guys. So I think I'd just rather go with more kernel pulse. I think that's what we're going to try. More kernel pulse over more spikeweeds. Yep, that's the play. All kernel pulse all day. Just like that. And we'll save the last 300 for emergency refills. Sounds good. Let's rock! Reggle? Ready, set, plant. Or does it just say stop? Boom! And immediately the butter pays for itself. Yeah, see? Unless these things get stopped, they're gonna crush my spikeweeds immediately. Come on, butter, butter, butter! Yes! Butter, butter, butter. Boom. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking this is a better way to go. And then eventually, the barrels just explode and the imps fly out of them. That's what happens if no one's there to push them. Okay. Alright, come on, wake up, little buddies. You can do it. Wake up. No, no. Yes, they woke up. Yes, you lived. Little... Oh, no. And there goes the neighborhood. Alright. Try to save all of the... Save all of the good little cute smushies. Holy crap. Alright. Well, this is the final wave already? Oh, sweet. Time for a big, freaking, gigantic bounce. Boom! Oh, that was so good. And we liked it so nice that we did it twice. We'll put you back here. Which looks very cute. Yeah, dude, that works fine. Okay. Man. Still bringing walnuts on every level, but these spring beans are doing so much better than what I thought they would do. You guys haven't reached the Snapdragons yet, but once you do, bye-bye. Hey, Captain. Captain, I'll be needing you to walk the plank. See you later, baby. And we get 3 Peter. We can use him. I guess we've got to still show off Coconut Cannon. We can't bring both because you can't really flood your lineup with expensive plants because you can't afford all that stoosh. And, of course, we completed a quest. All of these quests. It's weird that they call them quests. I guess they just wanted to use generic video game language. Continue. Show me the map. Because I think... Well, show me TikTok. Damn this cat. Damn you, cat. I mean... I like cats and all, but... Alright, we've got time for one more. Let's do one more. So we can do either Coconut Cannon or 3 Peter. I guess we'll do, who's in the future here? Pinata and Spikeweed. Spikeweed is the stronger version of good old... Oh no, Spike Rock. This is Spike Rock, who's the stronger version of Spikeweed. Anyway, guess we'll use Coconut Cannon first because we got him first. First come, first serve. Oh, don't let the zombies trample the flowers. Okay, so this isn't quite like Dave's mold colonies. This is like you have one less row or one less column to work with before you lose. So if they touch that area, you lose, instead of if they get all the way to your house, you lose. Okay. They've got cannons, swingy McGee's, buckets, no captains, no fly me to the moons. Alright, so we will still go with mostly our usual lineup. Let's bring Spring Bean in the wall position. We could bring in the fire of the snapdragons, the dragons that snap, but instead let's try it this way. So I still can plant behind there, I'm pretty sure. Let's find out, shall we? We don't lose the real estate for planting, we just... yeah. Okay, so it's not like the mold colonies where you can't plant on it. Hello, Saw! We are gonna do this for you. Burger blocker. I guess we could have potatoed that. Tik Tok. But this guy is more efficient than Potato Mine most of the time. Alright, 2 flags yet again. We want 1 more twin sunflower, and that should be enough, son. Technically, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with 8, because it seems like the math might not be working out the exact same way it does in PVZ1. Alright. And then the question becomes... what kind of defense do we mount? I think we mount a partial defense of potatoes for emergencies. And they're gonna have to go through all the spike weeds. They don't have any. They don't have any whatchamacallits for whatchamacalling. Barrels for popping the spike weeds. Alright, so you're going to get through, but Potato Defense Last Line is going to tell you to GTFO. Alright, it's looking good. Raiding party! Time for a party, baby. Here, you go into the ocean, please. Alright, so far so good. This is working swimmingly. We're spending all of our sun. It's going quite well. They're going to take a lot of damage before they get over here because they can't clear the spike weeds. And these Pirate Seas levels force a limited amount of entryways, so it really lets the zombies take a lot of damage. They're all going over the spike weed trap. Uh-oh, save it. Nope, couldn't save it. Alright, we want that imp destroyed before we, there we go, drop the new friend into town. And there we go, everything's looking great. Very few zombies can reach. Well, time for... no, we don't really need it yet. Okay, now we need it, and wait till they land, and bye. Oh, alright. Spring Beans took them out. Okay, that didn't go too well. So we ran into a problem, but we are at the final wave. Oh, coconut cannon. I hardly knew ye. Well, we wasted it on an imp. So you really want to have the coconut cannon obviously not hit the imp, but the cannon itself. And in order to do that, oh, let's plant through the coconut cannon. Fire the big gun! In order to do that, you have to time it so after the imp fires, then you click the coconut cannon, it'll take it all the way to the cannon. Okay, so we forgot to use coconut cannons, so we'll be showing it off more next level. But yeah, he's got this giant cooldown. You click him, he fires. You got to be careful what you hit, because he's going to be sitting there waiting for a long time if you miss. Alright, so far, no problem. The pirate seas are going swimmingly. Raggle! Okay, well, that's very silly. Very silly. Horrible jokes. That's part of the fun. And that's it for this episode. We're going to see a little bit more coconut cannon action next time, as well as the 3 Peter Parker. 3 Peter Parker. We'll see you guys next time for some zombies and Peter Parker. Probably not in the pirate seas. Arr, arr. Butter is beautiful as usual. Between, bam, take them out, take them out. So coconut cannons can be great.